Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol DOLV. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think that's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I did this analysis yesterday, so that's where these green line annotations are coming from. And another very nice move today, so definitely some updates here need to be made. First thing I'm going to do is a little house cleaning here and go ahead and get rid of these lines right here. Sure, these lines still pertain, but they're not really relevant to the chart anymore. And from a presentation standpoint, I don't want to risk causing clutter and confusion with lines all over the place. So I want to just try to keep this as clean as possible. Now, going forward, the chart's somewhat tricky from a presentation standpoint because there is a lot of perspective that goes into it. What do I mean by that? Well, if you are a day trader and you bought right there and you wanted to sell within 3 minutes after buying, then yeah, for you, the chart's looking pretty rough. Now, if you care about the big picture of things, then yeah, I get it. The price pulled back quite a bit from its highs. But from the big picture, the bulls still have plenty of opportunity to build higher bases. And as long as you have higher bases being built over time, that's how long-term uptrends are constructed. I'm going to be talking about things from a big picture perspective. So if I sound crazy calling something bullish, my guess would be you just had a more so probably a day trader's type perspective going into it. And the really easiest way to illustrate this is in regards to this green line down here, which I talked about yesterday at 0.085. Now, by no means am I saying this will happen, but let's just say this pullback, got that more, deep and just continue to pull back, and then started to flirt right around this area here. Again, not saying that'll happen, but just to prove my point. Even if that were to happen, what would you have? Well, you'd have a big base of lows right here. The previous base of lows would be down here. So from the grand scheme of things perspective, if you picture these as stair steps, the overall stair steps are very still clearly going in the upwards direction. So yeah, pulled back today a little bit, but today, that's 1 day. Looking at multiple days, still plenty of opportunity to build that higher base. And the other way you can kind of track the health of the current move, as I talked about yesterday, just watch that purple line, the 50-period simple moving average. And as that line moves itself upwards, as long as the price stays above it, the bulls are in full control. What about areas of resistance? Key battleground going into tomorrow and really the remainder of the week is right up here around the 14-cent mark. Yeah, I realize the price did temporarily break above it, but for the most part, I think we can all agree that the main point of price congestion is right up here around the 14-cent mark. So another great day today, volume staying strong, and as long as it keeps on building these higher bases with this strong volume, it's only going to bring in that many more eyeballs and organic volume. So we'll see how the week continues to unfold. Still 3 days left. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.